Hello, my name is Fraser, and we will be discussing the effect of emotional intelligence and job performance in the workplace. One may ask, what is emotional intelligence? The term emotional intelligence refers to a person's capacity to recognize, comprehend, control, and harness their own emotions as well as the emotions of others around them. Emotional intelligence is an important interpersonal communication ability that is gained interest in a variety of fields, including the workplace. Emotional intelligence plays a crucial role in the workplace and greatly influences employee interaction, stress management, and job performance. Daniel Goleman gave us 5 components of emotional intelligence. Let's discuss them. Firstly, self awareness. This pillar reflects on mood, strengths, weaknesses, and desires while emphasizing one's understanding of their emotions. Having self awareness in the workplace helps staff track their emotions and determine how this may affect their job performance, as well as how it may rub off on the colleagues around them. Secondly, self management or self regulation. This pillar aids in the development of emotional control and the ability to mimic the desired response. Employees that practice self management are better able to maintain their focus, work toward their objectives and goals, adapt to changing environments and circumstances, and remain motivated for the task ahead of them. Thirdly, motivation. Who doesn't love a little motivation? I know I do. When someone has high emotional intelligence, they are motivated by the goal itself rather than by outside considerations like money or status. They genuinely care about their work, which motivates them to put their best foot forward. Employees who are motivated take pleasure in solving issues and looking for innovative challenges. They remain upbeat despite new challenges. They are eager to learn and take pride in their work. Fourthly, social awareness. The ability to appropriately understand another person's feelings in a circumstance is known as social awareness, or what we know as empathy. When making decisions for a group or organization, empathetic people think outside of themselves and put aside personal bias. People with good social awareness skills can read their coworkers' feelings, relate to them, understand the problem from their perspective, and take it into consideration to make unbiased decisions. Lastly, social skills. Putting all of this together to improve social skills and relationship management is the final pillar of emotional intelligence. By generating the desired response from a team and ensuring that everyone is behind an idea to make it successful, social skills assist creating purpose in the workplace. While a substantial portion of people would concur that having emotional intelligence is important for people in the workplace, some people disagree. The opposing view is that emotional intelligence is not as necessary as having a high intelligence quotient, aka high IQ, for competent functioning in the workplace. Picture this. The Palmetto Point Resort has a management position available, and there are 2 candidates up for grabs. Paulette, graduated top student from an elite university known as the University of the West Indies. She has a high IQ score. She's eloquent, absorbs new information, she thinks on her feet, and is considered a creative problem solver. She's been with the resort for 3+ years. However, because she can assimilate information more fast and complete difficult activities more easily than most, she expects others to perform at her level instead of understanding the differences. Then we have Patricia, an employee with the resort for 2.5 years. Well educated, incredibly sensitive and caring. She's polite, kind, and she pays close attention to persons' feelings. Patricia's also quite enthusiastic. She typically has a cheerful attitude and doesn't let unpleasant news get her down. Because she never complains and exhibits excellent organizational citizenship, Her co-workers enjoy working with her, and her manager regards her as loyal and dependable. They all consider her as a common influence. Who do you believe was appointed? Was it Patricia, who had superior emotional intelligence qualities, or was it Paulette, the one with the higher IQ scores? If you said Patricia, you are absolutely correct. Even though both candidates exhibit intelligence, Patricia was chosen by the company. She displayed outstanding potential for a managerial career. Her charisma is a great asset, and not just in a professional setting. She was also incredibly dependable and ethical to everyone around her. According to Ruderman, and I quote, individuals with high IQs frequently perform well at work, but struggle to build relationships with others. They despise others who are less skilled than they are because their abilities and capabilities do not match theirs. Who would rather work with a clever mouthed, non empathetic brain box than a highly educated person with a caring heart? The results of emotional intelligence, like Patricia had, increases team performance, increases leadership ability, increases personal well being, reduce staff turnover, improve decision making, and decrease occupational stress. Businesses today need more than just brains to succeed. They also need heart to keep people motivated and engaged and to ensure the organization's success. Although emotional intelligence has its critics, it is clear from this analysis that emotional intelligence is just as significant as intelligence quotient. As we see, they work best hand in hand. It is an essential tool to encourage the best professional qualities and increase staff productivity and morale. As I conclude, we can anticipate focusing on emotional intelligence throughout the remainder of our lives when we are strong in it. We thrive not only at work, but also in our personal lives. Yes, it's a soft skill, but it is also one of the most crucial ones. Thank you.